what a lot of people don't know, and I love actually sharing this part of the story. When Rodney and I first did the record, "The Things You Do," that was we kind of felt that that was going to be either the first single or second. We also thought "Nobody Does It Better," which is the name of the album,
Mm.
thought that that was going to be so "The Things You Do" was a single. "Nobody Does It Better" is the name of the album. We also thought that that was going to be the single because it was a very hot song. So what happened was we were back and forth with the two tracks. And then my A&R at the time, his name is Bruce Carbone. And God bless Mr. C, who has passed away, DJ Mister Cee. He was my assistant A&R.
Okay.
So with DJ Mister Cee having a lot of connections with, or just being, close to Puffy and Biggie and, them, he basically was like, you know what I'm feeling is "The Things You Do." This was Mr. C. He says maybe what we should do is take this to Puffy and see if he can get us a remix. Now, it wasn't because what Rodney did wasn't hot. It
Right.
just was what Puffy, you know how the industry is. Puffy's smoking at that time. He got the hits there and he's doing what he's doing. And so Mr. C was like, let me see how, and also Bruce, my A&R, he also had a good relationship with Puffy. I guess they had worked with previous artists, etc. Lo and behold, they took the record to Puffy. Puffy heard it, and right away, and he was like, "I got a great idea for this." So he created the remix along with him and Rodney doing their thing, and then wanted it to have a certain vibe, and I call it similar to like a Total vibe. He just wanted that type of vibe that was happening at that time. So myself and 112, what we did was we sat in the studio and we worked on a melody that we was hoping that Puffy would like. And as you can hear in the background, 112 also has did some backgrounds for me on "The Things You Do."
Right.
And a lot of people don't know that that is 112, but it is 112 doing some of the backgrounds. It's around the bridge area. But anyway, we did it with no problem. Puffy liked it instantly, only made a few minor changes, but he absolutely loved, what we came up with. And what he said, but he hears a rapper on this and he says, "I have a perfect person in mind." And again, I'm not questioning anything because this is Puffy. I mean, come on now. So he introduced Missy and he was like, "How do you feel about that scenario?" We all were like, "Go for it," or making the hits. We're not going to question too much of your decisions. So what happened at that point was Puffy let Missy hear it and explain to her what he wanted to happen. And, she even verbalized herself like it was an opportunity that she just didn't want to miss. So she went in on that record like it was her last,
Wow.
like she wasn't going to rap ever again. And she even verbalized that in one of the interviews that's out there, like, having that opportunity was everything. Now, mind you, Missy was already, doing some things behind the scene. She had been in a group called Sister previously, but she hadn't had that smash yet.
Right.
So this really did play a big part in breaking some great things for her and, helping her move forward. And even though she was already on a rise, like I said, she had been doing things behind the scenes, writing for various artists, even working with Aaliyah and things along those lines. But that he how really was a mark for
Yeah.
her, and as we know, even to this day, and she gives credit to where it's due. She says that that was a big, break for her. And she's very thankful for Puffy and the team for allowing, for giving her that opportunity. And so that's how that came about. And then we put the record out and it was a success.